A very good evening, traders. Welcome to Monday Market Report. Apologies from my side as I was a bit busy during the weekends and I could not post videos for weekend analysis. For those who are new to this channel, hi, I am Aryan. I have been trading in the Indian markets for past 4 years. My trades are based solely on technical analysis, which includes price action, chart patterns, support, resistance, and trend lines. Before I proceed further, let me give you all a standard disclaimer. The equities shown in this video are solely for educational purposes. I do not provide any buy or sell levels. Neither do I recommend you guys to trade solely on my analysis. I have a right to be wrong and I love being wrong. Anything you buy or sell, please consult your financial advisor before taking any trades. So now continuing with the video, today's market was quite choppy. It was very much volatile, one time going up, one time coming down. This is a good news for us because usually it is seen that when volatility increases at a higher level or at a lower level, usually that is a bottoming out process or topping out process. To be clear, if price is at higher levels and there it is uh, trading violently, that means the top has been made and these violent movements are topping process because now traders are fighting abruptly, buying and selling in huge quantities, which creates this volatility. Similar scenario comes at a downward level, at a lower level. Here, uh, this volatility indicates that uh, a near-term bottom has been made. Let's hope good for our Indian markets. We have come up on the screen, and on this screen I have opened Nifty 50 1 hour time frame chart. Currently I am extending the downward sloping parallel channel that we had drawn yesterday to the right, so that today's price action is also included. As we can see, today's price action is completely outside of this parallel channel. Yesterday, day before yesterday, on I guess Thursday itself, there was a breach of this channel. On Friday, it traded completely outside this channel, and today also it has traded outside. Analyzing today's price action, we see that uh, there was a slight gap down. This is Friday's closing, and this blue candle, this is today's opening. It has opened slightly gap up. However, that gap was quickly sold into till afternoon. In the afternoon, there was very high buying. In the afternoon, there was a quick and aggressive demand that rose prices to its initial opening levels. There it found resistance and quickly it was brought back down to the lower levels. That was the picture on 1 hour time frame. Coming to 15 minutes time frame, it will be more choppy. So initially, okay, no, this is yesterday's price action. Today's price action starts here. In the 1 hour, it opened initially it opened with a slight gap up, then it moved up in the initial hour. There it found resistance. The resistance is at where yesterday afternoon selling had come, this level, around 24,750. This level saw supply, and with this supply, prices came back to lower levels. In fact, as we can see, it has breached yesterday's low. Price came somewhere near 24,600. From there, There was a very abrupt recovery. We can call it as a V-shaped recovery. However, the recovery could not reach to the supply levels, that is 24,700. It was stopped midway and brought back to lower levels where it closed towards the end. So that was all price action for Nifty 50. Now let's move on to sectoral indices. I have opened my sectoral indices chart. I have zoomed out a bit, and now Nifty 50, as we had seen, it was, what pattern can we say? It is somewhat somewhat M-like structure. Okay, continuing with Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is ditto copy of Nifty, except for that this part. See, this part Nifty has reached the bottom, but that is not the case with Bank Nifty. It could not uh, come all the way down. So we can ensure that Bank Nifty was slightly bullish. And yeah, I saw some banking stocks were up, like SBI. These all were up. That we will discuss later in this video itself. Coming to auto index was uh, ditto copy of Nifty 50. Opened higher, came down, again went up, then came crashing down. FMCG, though it opened flat, there was a sharp selling in the initial candle. After that, it recovered all the selling and closed at highest point of the day. Uh, we can see it is forming somewhat ascending triangular pattern. So with this, we can assume that in near term, FMCG should go up. We will zoom out the chart and see what is the pattern made here. Okay, so IT index, there is no hope for IT. It is struggling at the bottom. The same is the case with pharma index, and it's quite natural. People are now expecting tariffs on branded drugs or something related to that. Okay, so we were about to zoom out this FMCG chart. So if we zoom out this FMCG chart, yeah, we can expect if this see this is the sharp recovery. That means here buyers are getting aggressive. This is the demand zone. Sellers, this spike indicates that buyers are finding this price to be lucrative, and so currently it is a top portion of this parallel channel, horizontal parallel channel. So the next target should be somewhere around 55,100 to 55,500 somewhere ranges. Let's see what happens in the coming future. So we are now done with sectoral indices also. Now let's move back to our main index and watch out some of the equities. Let's first move to 1 hour time frame. So I had mentioned that banking stocks had outperformed. I had seen SBI. Yeah, SBI is 1.6% up. Uh, in the previous video, I had mentioned that if it comes down, this one seems to be a pullback, and this pullback should take support somewhere around 850, as 850 is the round level support, and that is what it seems to have done today. Yesterday it made a low of 853, 854 something, and from there today it has bounced back to reach up to 870. That is the case of SBI. Let's see what else banks. Okay, so Axis Bank was underperforming. Yeah, Axis Bank is almost 2% down. Okay, Axis Bank is 2% down. What all banks are there? HDFC. HDFC Bank is HDFC Bank is 0.5% up. There was some bad. HDB financiers did not perform as expected. Though I have not checked the chart, uh, but in the news it was coming that the it did not match the expectation. Okay, so after HDFC Bank, we have ICC Bank, which is around 1% down. Indusind Bank is 1.5% up, and Kotak Bank is almost flat. After that, I guess we don't have any banks. Yeah, banks are good. Okay, so let's now see financials. Okay, Bajaj Finserv, there is slight recovery, 1% recovery from 2000 levels. Apart from that, Bajaj Finance is 0.5% up. Bharat Electronics 1% up. Okay, anymore? Okay, Hindustan Unilever is 0.5% down. ITC is 0.5% up. What about Reliance? Reliance is around 1/3% down. Is it forming a downward sloping parallel channel again? Let me check it by drawing. Okay, this somewhat seems to have. Okay, this seems good. So with Reliance, initially it opened with a slight gap, then it made a high of 1387 around. After that, this was the crashing. I don't know why this crashed, but luckily it took support at yesterday's lows. Okay, TCS. Okay, TCS. Okay, today neither up nor down. It is flat at yesterday's closing level. Tata Motors, what has happened after that? Okay, now it is slightly recovering from lower levels. I guess there is not. That was enough for today's analysis. Let's quickly wrap up this video. Was all for today's video. Hope you guys learned something new by the way I explain things and draw patterns on the chart. If you guys want a detailed description on price action trading, please drop in a comments price action. Bye bye traders, see you in the next video. Adios amigo, powering off.